Guys, welcome to Secrets of Interest. I have one of my students, Pratyush. So Pratyush has an interesting story to share with you all. Now we're doing this session kind of a video conferencing because definitely he's from Bangalore, I'm from Mumbai. I was waiting kind of this lockdown to get out and I could reach out to him in Bangalore and we do it samne baith ke. But because of this coronavirus lockdown, I thought I'll do this kind of a video conference. So Pratyush, welcome aboard, buddy. And congratulations for all your achievements this year. I want you to start from your journey from last year. That how you started your CAT preparation. Before we start, I want you to give a brief about your profile because I'm very sure your profile is really good. So give us a brief about your profile and then talk about last year preparation and then this year preparation. Over to you, Pratyush.
So actually, I'm a commerce student. I took up CA along with my BCom for my degree. I cleared the first two levels of CA. I completed like 8 months of articleship. And that's when I realized that, okay, CA is not for me. It's a very different thing from what I did. I took a step back. I thought what I should be doing next, if not CA. And I ended up with, okay, I should be doing MBA. And I took this decision around mid of 2018. So I was preparing for November 2018 for my CAT and other entrance exams. After which I wanted classes. I wanted to join some classes, some coaching institute or something. And from the top of my head, I only knew time classes. So I joined time. I went through their live classes here in Bangalore. I gave my exams and everything, and I scored around 81 in CAT, 83 in ZAT, 77 as a in SNAP. It was an okay score. I knew I could score much more. So I got one or two calls, but I thought that okay, I gave the interviews, but then I thought okay, I think I should give another attempt because sometimes you just know okay, what you're doing is right, but then maybe you've gone wrong somewhere.
Right.
And that's when I had actually seen your classes first time in the month of November 2018, 2 weeks before CAT 2018 had started.
Okay.
And I saw your VARC class where you told about rules. And when I saw that, I was like, why did I see that in August? Why didn't I see that in September? I would have more time to apply that. So that was there in the back of my head. Then, like, as I said, in 2019, I thought, okay, I'll give it another shot. So at that point of time, I thought, okay, I need guidance again. But then I didn't want to go after a brand. Like I wanted mentorship.
Okay.
I didn't want the coaching institute to tell me, okay, we have so many students who have converted IIM. I wanted them, okay, we will help you this way. This is what I'm going to do. This is how it's going to affect you. I wanted more of that. I wanted more of mentorship.
Okay.
So I went through a few classes live and online. And then I spoke to you around in May. I remember.
May 2019, I would say.
May 2019. And I called you and you were like, okay, tell me, what is your story? And I just spoke for 10 minutes and you were just listening to me. I still remember. And you were like, okay, see, I have no answers for you, but you just join one class of mine online and just see if you like it or not. Like, you don't have to pay, you don't have to do nothing, just attend and you see how it is. So I attended the first class in May, I think mid-May or end of May. It was the first batch of online classes. And that's when the tempo really built up when I joined your classes finally. And that's how it went on, and I gave my exams now. I improved on all my scores finally.
So being a non-engineer, like कभी वो डर था कि यार CAT तो मेरे लिए बनानी है, ZAT मेरे लिए बनानी है, engineers के लिए ही है, because non-engineers का होता है थोड़ा सा skeptical approach कि पता नहीं हो पाएगा कि नहीं पाएगा. So what was your attitude like? And can you compare your 2018 का score and 2019 का score?
That was there after 2018 CAT results. While I was preparing, I was like, "No, I'm a commerce guy. I'll be able to do it." While writing the CAT exam, I was like, "No, मेरे से convert हो जाएगा." When the results came, I was like, "This is not for commerce people. They do partiality. This is only for engineering students and etc. etc. And this was there in the back of my head when I was preparing. And when we went through the classes, that's when you told, this is an exam. You give the exam, there will be hurdles. There are hurdles in any type of exam which you give.
Right, right.
And you'll find any number of excuses to tell, okay, this is for commerce, this is for engineering, this is for
Absolutely.
this is for that. That was the mindset which I had to break, and I had to get the right approach. I think the change in approach was the biggest benefit that I can ever ask for from you. Just the mindset before. It's not what you do in the go into the exam. I told this to us, go and give an exam. It's not the end of your life. Just go give the exam. Stay calm. You need to be confident. Show the confidence in the exam paper. That just changed me, changed my attempt completely.
So, what's your academics look like, Pratyush? 10th, 12th, and graduation?
10th was 91,
Okay.
12th was 94, and graduation I got 71, and I cleared CA first 2 levels. I cleared both groups of IPCC.
Just a question to you. See, a lot of time we understand these strategies and people say that students predominantly, sir, I have never scored more than 60% in my 10th, 12th. I've never scored more than 80% in my 10th and 12th. Will I be able to score in CAT? Do you think 10th and 12th score has anything to do with CAT preparation and cracking CAT?
No. So I have an interesting story on this. So in 2018, I had joined MBA classes with a friend of mine. And that friend of mine, as you said, his scores was consistently around 70, 85, something like that in his boards and 12th and graduation. And he was an engineer. So he was like, "Arey, tu to bahut smart hai, tere se to ho jayega. You don't have to worry, you don't have to worry." And he scored 94 and I scored 81 in CAT. So this makes no sense. It really does not matter what your score was before. It really matters how you perform over there. Because nobody's going to look at your score while giving you your CAT ka question paper. They won't be like, "Acha, to 90% laaya, to I'll give you 90% aaya 10th, I'll give you an easy paper." That's not going to happen.
Right.
It's going to be the same for everybody.
That's what I say. Like, अगर
जिसको
12th में 90% है, अगर हम CAT के बारे में बात करेंगे, तो यार उसको 300 में से round about, he should be touching around about 270, 300, something like that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Doesn't make sense. So cool. So when you started with C2C Mentors, mindset was changed, no doubt about that. Can you just quickly tell me कि 2018 में जब तुमने पढ़ाई करा था and 2019 में C2C के साथ जब तुमने पढ़ाई करा था, तुम्हारा स्कोर का चेंज कितना था? What was the delta? 2018 में CAT में कितना था?
Sir, 2018 I got like 81 percentile in CAT and 83 in ZAT.
83 in ZAT, okay.
Yeah, and in 2019 CAT I scored 90 point something percentile, and in ZAT I scored 98.
In ZAT you scored 98. So 81 से लेके 90 तक जंप हुआ CAT में और 83 से 98 तक जंप हुआ ZAT में. Whereas ZAT is more tougher than CAT. देखा जाए तो. Can you tell me ZAT का sectional? How much did you score in VA and how much did you score in DM?
VA I scored 86. That was my weak subject and I scored 86. I cleared the cutoff. And in maths I scored 96 and in DM I scored 99. 99%.
Awesome. So how like when you started with CAT preparation, what are things actually helped you? You know, what are new things that we taught you in the lectures and all? How it actually helped you to kind of score? I think you missed your test by 4 marks, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
So you were on the edge to get a test also. Any other exam you gave?
SNAP. I scored 93 point something at SNAP.
Okay. And you have coveted IMT Ghaziabad as of now.
Yeah.
Aegis of merit rank 24. Yes, oh, sexy. And test you missed it by 4 marks. And you've got a call from XLRI. XLRI का इंटरव्यू अपना हो चुका है. So XLRI का इंटरव्यू हो चुका है. XIMB भुवनेश्वर भी हो चुका है. HPGN नहीं आया because HPGN is asking for 99.50 in ZAT for non-engineers, predominantly for commerce. So how do you feel about your progress? मुझे एक साल का gap लिया. Do you feel it was worth taking that gap?
I would say it's really bold, like for me to take that gap. Initially, I was completely unsure. Because you don't know whether it's going to work out or not. You'll always have that question mark. वो question mark को convert करने के लिए you need to change the mindset. Like as you told, the major mistake which I made. Before I told you I made that mistake, you told me अच्छा तो ये क्या होगा? Where I told इतना marks में इतना percentile, इतना marks में 90 percentile, इतना marks में 99 percentile. And I went behind that. I was like, okay, I need to that time. It was like I needed 145 marks for 99 percentile. So I was like, I need to attempt 145 marks. That was the mistake which I was doing because I'm like, अच्छा इतना marks में होगा.
Right.
That's what I got to know from various YouTube and online like videos.
So that's a tendency कि भाई इतना करो इतना marks में इतना percentile बन जाएगा. Fine, but वैसा होता नहीं है. So you realize that basically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because in 2017 the CAT paper was quite easy. So the cutoff was the 99 percentile cutoff was quite high.
Right. It was 170 plus actually.
Yes. And then in 2018 and 19 it's come down. And for ZAT the same thing in 2018, 2019 ZAT the cutoffs were quite high. In 2020 ZAT the cutoffs went low. So you cannot, nobody can, like as you told, how do you know in which percentile, in how much marks this much percentile आएगा? कैसे पता है? You haven't seen the paper, you haven't seen people's answer, how will you get to know? So that is the biggest mistake which I made in my first attempt. And before I told you this was my mistake, you were like, you would have done this. And I was like, okay, I'm not the only person who is doing this, so this is something which many people go wrong. So I would caution a lot of people to refrain from doing this. It's a very, very dangerous thing to just drag yourself in. क्योंकि क्या होता है sir, when someone tells you 150 marks में 99 percentile आ रहा है, आप minute 1 CAT का minute 1 ZAT का minute 1 में आप क्या करते हो कि आप पहले से आपको है कि मैं इतना marks का attempt करूँगा.
Okay.
That is not what you should do. You should, as you said, you had various strategies. Like the strategies were insane and different types of strategies. Right? You need to assess the difficult LOD of the paper, level of difficulty of the paper. You need to assess it and move on. And I still remember, like we had these online classes, and one class you had come and you're like, आज कोई पढ़ाई नहीं होगा, आज खाली strategy के बारे में बात करेंगे. तो ठीक है, क्लास चला तो कैट का ZAT का पेपर 3 घंटा का होता है. स्ट्रैटेजी के बारे में आप 2.5 hours तक बात किए, and across all situations and everything, and after that I was like, okay, I can give any exam after that. So all these things, like you need to not only do hard work, because I still remember आप ये भी बोले थे कि हार्ड वर्क 60 परसेंटाइलर भी करता है, 80 परसेंटाइलर भी करता है, 90, 95, 99 सब करते हैं. लेकिन 99, 95, 90 percentile do smart work. Exactly. You need to do hard work and smart work. You need to have a combination of both. And that really helped me. Like imagine somebody just talking for 2.5 hours about strategy. Like across all situations, like how it can go wrong. There are 100 ways it can go wrong. It can go right. And everything. That helped majorly. Because after that I knew, okay, so the strategies really helped me, because in 2019 CAT, I was weak in VARC. And I saw a lot of critical reasoning questions in 2019 CAT.
Right.
And I got scared, I froze, and my first hour didn't go well. But then when my DILR started, and that's when I was like, okay, this strategy, I have to do this bucketing strategy, Godfather strategy, do this, do that. I somehow was able to pull my marks up in DILR and QA. So that had a cascading effect on my SNAP exam, my TIST exam, my ZAT exam. So finally, since that is the last exam which I had given, you could see the progression where I scored 90 to 98 in that 1.5 months itself. So that really helped big time.
So strategies would help you to kind of build your mindset
Definitely.
In a proper way, actually. So on this note, I'll ask you one more question, Pratyush. What about mocks? Did you run behind mocks or you focused getting your basics intact? What was your attitude towards your mocks?
Sir, I asked you this question like 10 times or something already, so I can understand. So actually, I want to give you a background. In 2018, I ran behind mocks. Mocks dena, mocks dena.
First mocks and mocks. 2018.
मॉक्स only मॉक्स इसका मॉक्स वो क्लास का इस क्लास का सारे क्लास का मॉक्स देना है
Because ऐसा लगता है जितना ज्यादा मॉक्स उतना ज्यादा मार्क्स आ जाएगा.
yeah it's you feel that is project जितना ज्यादा करो उतना ज्यादा मार्क्स आएगा that's how you feel and in 2019 I would have asked you like 10 15 20 I don't know how many times sir कितना मॉक्स करूँ sir कितना मॉक्स करूँ and you were like just chill don't know mocks get it right. And like I would have done probably for CAT, I did like 12 mocks.
Okay.
That's it. And Snap ke liye I did like 10 mocks. And ZAT ke liye I just did 2 mocks.
Only 2 mocks was that?
That's it. Just 2 mocks.
Wow.
I had to study DM and I took your classes and everything. And again, it's about approach, how you read and everything. So I was busy in being good at answering questions and being good at giving mocks, how many number of mocks I've given. So I just gave 2 mocks and I felt good after giving 2 mocks. I was like, ho jayega. I'm cool with it. So
you were more confident about your preparation,
definitely.
groundwork and your strategy. So that helped you to see a good score in your mocks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
वो mock में 98% लाना SAT में, it is, trust me, not that possible. थोड़ा digest नहीं होता, but there are people they do it, and you being a non-engineer that you've done it, commerce का बच्चा, I'm very sure जो commerce का बच्चा है ना उसका moral boost हो गया जितने भी बार, कि अगर तुम कर सकते हैं तो भाई हम भी कर सकते हैं kind of.
Definitely. The major myth I would say is people say कि in VARC there are a lot of non-commerce subjects and economics का नहीं आया, इसका topic का नहीं आया, उसका topic का नहीं आया, and it's unfair. I can understand that because even I cribbed about all of that. I can completely get it कि economics का एक ही आया, bio का तो 2 आया, engineering का तो 1 आया, इसका तो वो आया. It doesn't matter. It really didn't matter after you treat it as an exam and after you applied the rules. The set of rules which are given, it really hit me. Like I was quite weak in VARC, like just by the approach of it, but the rules really helped me. Like it calms you down when you use the rule. When you have a set of rules which you gave us, it just calms you down and you can easily give it one by one and it just goes over. You don't see after you treat it as an exam, you don't care. अच्छा ये history का है, ये उसका है, ये उसका है. I still remember you told us कि 1 घंटा मिलता है CAT में. So in that 1 hour, will you write? अच्छा history में 2 आया, bio में 1 आया, economics का 1 आया, or will you tell अच्छा I need to score marks? Exactly. This is the question which you need to ask yourself whether you need marks or you want to cry.
Exactly. वही गलती है बच्चा आरसी को टॉपिक पे देखता है ये इकोनॉमिक्स से कुछ आएगा ये बायो मुझे नहीं आएगा so that's where RC rules would help. Any comment on prediction जो VRC का मैंने कर रहा वो एक मॉक का हमने सेशन लिया था 2 दिन पहले कैट में. Any comment on that? Like वो देखने के बाद डर गया था क्या तुम लोग कि भाई ये क्या था?
डरने का तो बहुत है सर. चैलेंजर लेवल क्वेश्चंस का भी बात करता हूँ और इसका भी. So what sir had done was 1 week or something just before the CAT exam, he gave us a set of questions. It had RCs, it had jumble like sentences and everything. Right. And he told us, "Acha, you take 1 hour and solve it." And not all of us could solve it properly. And it was like a big, slap on the face. Ki 1 week before CAT, how can you not solve and everything? And that's when you calmed us down and you told ki, "Acha, this time it will be difficult, but it won't be as difficult as this." And that's when you told, okay, this is how you need to approach it. If it is difficult, this is how you should be approaching it. And VRC was difficult this time, right? And that was just ridiculous how you knew VRC would be difficult 1 week before the exam. And secondly, I would talk about is challenger level questions. I still remember. So in our course, how we go through is in each topic, we have basic, medium, advanced, and challenger level questions. So why I'm stressing on challenger level questions is during the mid-August or something, I had called Ketan sir and I told कि sir मेरे से CAT नहीं होगा, challenger questions अभी time speed distance का challenger questions हुआ है, everything is a bouncer. And that's why you calmed me down and you explained कि ऐसा type का whatever strategies we spoke about it. We had a good healthy conversation for like half an hour at that time. Because challenger level questions are the most difficult question which you get. Like I still remember there were like a couple of questions where you just gave us half an hour to solve. Solve करो, आराम से solve करो. And nobody got it. Like maybe मतलब one or two would give an answer. That would be wrong. And all of us wouldn't even reach an answer. So
Right.
it's quite interesting how like easy topics which you think is easy, it can be very difficult. And that reality check is really important before the exam, not on the exam. So that really helped. That really helped. Because you know, once you've gone through all these different levels of questions, you know which question to pick first. As you said, bucketing strategy, it comes later. It's all a process. You need to go through this, then you can apply bucketing level strategy. Okay, this is a basic, this is medium, this is advanced, this is challenger. So leave the challenger level for like last 15 minutes, last 10 minutes. That really helps in maths and DILR big time.
So verbal का जो हमने mock लिया था एक week पहले, and actual CAT 2019 का verbal, वो देख because it was way tough. 19 का actual verbal was way tough. What was the tempo or your attitude? You know, after checking, after looking that on the desktop, LOD देखने के बाद, were you afraid कि नहीं यार ये तो बहुत tough आ गया करके? Or you were okay, चले एक हफ्ते पहले ऐसा कुछ हमने करा था, so हमको पता है.
Yeah, definitely. First time you get scared, second time you'll expect it. It's as simple as that. So the first time, 1 week before the exam, सब डर गए. मैं छोड़ो जो भी क्लास में था ऑनलाइन का सब डर गए. And on the exam day, it's like ठीक है, LRT है difficult आएगा ठीक है, QA difficult आएगा ठीक है, VRC difficult आएगा ठीक है. And that is the approach that I'm saying. Before you write the exam, you need to be that confident to get that marks. That change, it takes a lot of time to change that, but if you get that change, you're sorted. You don't need marks in 10th, you don't need mocks, you don't need all of this. It's just a myth. You just need like the right approach and right strategies.
So with that, even an average student can actually crack CAT or any exam for that matter, right?
Definitely.
Perfect. Now, we'll talk about a little bit other things, which is GDPI. So you have gone for the top-notch BCUs, like you've given Excel ka GDPI, you've given XIMB, you've given GYM as well, you've given KGSOMA as well. So how did this entire experience help you? And also, if you can talk about a little bit about CFAP program, जो analyst stage के साथ तुमने करा था, how it helped you in your profile building? And also tell us about your GDPI experience and how it helped you.
So results came out, all the colleges, all the exams results came out by Jan, and the calls were being rolled out, and we started our GDPI prep, I think, from mid-Jan itself.
Right.
It was quite early, and you gave us a lot of PPTs on various different topics and about opinions. And the GDP is not just facts ki itna percent, utna ye wo. It was opinions, and that really helped us. Like it really helped me for sure, because different topics you'll have different things to talk about. Like you just get to know what to talk about any topic. So that's where like that really helped. Like various different topics of like were discussed online. Various different topics. PPT was said. We had like a mock PI also before, like each individual student, like before the CAT exam, had one-on-one session with you where you discussed about our CVs, and you told us, okay, how you can go about what you should do. And here again, we had a one-on-one thing where you spoke about how you should be doing PI. You had a set of rules for PI, you had a set of rules of GD. And that really helped. Like it really helps you. It's better to go with rules than no rules. And it's even better to go with rules which actually work.
Exactly.
So these rules really helped me big time. And we had a mock PI just before any of the colleges round started, and that really helped. And once you have a mock PI, that was quite hard. Like you hit quite hard at us, and that was like you need to be broken first, because next time if someone is shooting questions at you, you're not blank. So that really helped. The various different GD topics which we discussed. I think at that point of time, like I was probably like unsure just on one college ka GD topic. All other colleges ka GD topics I knew what to talk about. I had an opinion because we had already discussed about it.
Those rules and fundamentals that we talked.
Definitely.
I think PI went well because if you at 98 percentile in ZAC is ranked 24 in KJ merit, it means a lot, to be very honest. Because I have seen students with 99.70 in CMAT. I've also seen students appearing for like KJ with 99 percentile in ZAC, but they could not be in top 50 actually. So you made it to like the 24 bigger merit rank. So I think you did a fantastic job in PI as well. Now, I'll take this opportunity to ask you one more question. You've been the CA, right? When you appeared for CFAP program, did you see any change, like any comment on that CFAP program which I ran?
So the FAP program, it's basically financial analysis, and it sounds very dry and cut and everything. Obviously, I wouldn't blame anybody to take it dry, but we started this. I think I joined the December batch, and we had loads of classes, like loads of live lectures where you just pull the balance sheet of actual companies, blue chip companies, and not known companies and pharma companies, and we had various different types of live examples where you taught us what it is, like, which is dry, but you also showed us, okay, this is how you analyze a statement. This is what you see. Because a balance sheet, as you know, like, you don't know what to see.
Exactly.
For a normal student, if he's just looking at a balance sheet, he's just going to see a lot of figures. But you need to look at the right figure. You need to know what it is. And we had a lot of training on that. I don't know how many. I just forgotten how many balance sheets I've seen.
CA, right? It helps you to kind of learn
something. Definitely. It's
a very top-notch, kind of a quality.
It has a lot of. I would say what differentiate your FAP program with other finance programs. There are a lot of loads of practical examples where we even got homework. Okay, you see and you do. Let's see how you analyze this company. Let's see what is your report on this. Let's see what's your opinion on this. And then we used to have classes, have discussion on that. So it's quite interesting. Like, it's not just okay, this means that, this means this. It has a lot of practical examples, and practical examples. Though I have cleared 2 levels of CA, there are a lot of things which I did not understand until I actually did those practical classes where you were analyzing statements. I had another perspective for that. So it really helped, and now I'm pursuing CFA level 1, and it makes my life so easy. Like, there's so many subjects where that approach where you had the practical approach to everything. It just makes everything very easy to analyze in further finance subjects. So that is helping me now in my preparation.
Thanks, man. That's a great feedback on the CFA front. Pratyush, how does it feel now? 2 साल का मेहनत, XLRI का call, KJ convert, I think GMB convert हो जाएगा तेरा. And I'm very positive that eventually you will land up in XLRI because you've got a good percentile, you've got a good profile, professional work and all that.
Fingers crossed.
How does it feel, buddy, now? 2 साल का hardcore मेहनत करने के बाद अभी कैसे feel हो रहा है?
Relieved. It's like सर पे बोझ उठ गया वैसा टाइप का. Because hard work तो था ही. There's no doubt. सब hard work करते हैं, but then when the results actually speak, it really, I can't express it. I cannot put it into words. Like, you're just relieved after everything. I'm just looking forward to the future.
I know this is motivating you a lot because I spoke to you and you were like, sir, abhi mujhe CFA bhi karna hai. So this guy he has done BCom with great credentials. You have done CA ka level 2. You have done CFA kind of a program. Now you are getting into MBA. Definitely, जो भी calls है all are top-notch colleges, and then you are aiming for CFA. Imagine your profile 5 years down the line. It's going to be bomb. So when you get these things right, that motivation comes automatically. Now, last question for the day, buddy. Any feedback for C2C mentors, or how did it help you throughout your journey? Couple of lines, like 1 or 2 lines.
I would say mainly, personally for me, approach to anything. That approach really changed. That where you have that question mark and before the results come, you keep cribbing and crying about all this. For me, I would just say approach. That approach to anything just changed. And मतलब कि आप बोल रहे ना कि फोड़ना है. मतलब that change in attitude, that change in approach, that really hit big time.
So anybody can do it if they have a right approach and strategy. Perfect, perfect. Thanks a lot, Pratyush, for your time. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely next time वापस मिलेंगे जब Excel का call convert होगा तब. As of now, thank you so much, buddy, and I'm sure all the very best. And I will always be around, as I told, as I promised you. And I'm always there for all my students. Even you guys get into MBAs, we will be helping you. So on that note, thank you so much, and I wish to see you soon.